Hi, everyone, and welcome to Live on Xbox for July 21st, 2019. We've been gone for a while, but we've been putting new content out, so we're going to give this another go. I'm Sean.
Austin.
And we're here to bring you all the Xbox news, but more importantly, we're here to update you on what's going on with the channel, as we have done some really different things in the past few weeks here. So let's get right into it. We have introduced 3 new series on our channel. We have introduced review. Is it just called reviews?
Yeah, just game reviews. It really, I'm trying to keep up with some newer games. Like the first one that we put out there was The Outer Wilds, and I'm planning a couple other ones. I'm trying to keep those more current within like the past few months to current releases. But yeah, so we got the reviews, and second we have
Tech Explained, which is explaining the tech of the new consoles that are coming out and new tech to the gaming industry in general. So it's just kind of going in depth, and giving a overview of what this all means for you guys, the gamers and the users, and what it will bring to future of gaming. So, for example, we did a ray tracing video explaining what ray tracing is. It's a very basic explanation, but you get the idea, and and it's just so that you know what you're getting and what it means when these terms are being thrown around like they were at E3.
Yeah, so like if you're looking at a video like when Project Scorpio came out, they were talking about teraflops, and to the average person, even for myself, I'm not 100% sure what they're referring to. These videos might be helpful for you guys, and even for ray tracing. Like, yeah, you can understand the basic idea, but it might help with a little bit of visual, and like someone else saying it to you. It's just another way for you guys to be up to date on what is next.
And it also helps explain like the drawbacks and how all these might work together, and what we might see and what we won't see in a realistic view for console gaming. And then we also have another series. It's called Flashback, I believe.
Yes, Flashback. It's something that I decided I wanted to start after watching numerous videos in my spare time on people looking back at games that they played as kids and kind of explaining why they liked it or what the game was about. So I decided I would try it and put out the first video, which was about Alan Wake. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. Let me know what you think. I will be planning on making more videos as the Sean in this series. It's an opportunity for us to talk to you guys about games that we've liked. Maybe you could suggest games that you want us to play, and we could come up with something there. We've had good feedback on these new videos, and it's really encouraging. So if you guys could, leave comments and maybe like, or, like Sean always says, disliking always helps determine what we should be doing. It's been a good couple of weeks trying to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, and it's all just trying to bring you guys some more content and more stuff to actually enjoy, rather than just watching us sit here and chat for 20 to 25 minutes. It's these just real quick short videos. Like, I'm looking at them now. I think our longest is the 6-minute flashback video, but that one just flies by. It's a well put together video, and it's just giving you a good overview of what the game is. And like, we did take a look at analytics and stuff from our live streams as well, and we do notice that the average watch time is around that. It varies, but it's usually around 5 to 10 minutes. So we try to make these other videos shorter so that you guys can enjoy them and just take them in, because we all know that attention span is not all there when someone's talking for 25 minutes.
I do want to say that the live shows aren't going away. It's something that we've built our channel around. I very much enjoyed them. Like Sean's saying, yeah, the analytics show that the retention time is not that high, but it also gives an opportunity for those people who do like long form videos to, listen to in their spare time. And it might, with a buildup of a library of these videos, it's good for new viewers to get to know who we are and what the channel's about. And they're not going to go away anytime soon, but we might be spacing them out throughout, like if we do 1 week, a week later we might have a different video or a break. We never know. So just pay attention to our channel, click the notification button so you're always up to date on it.
Yeah, and like another thing that these videos allow us to do is it allows us to actually put out a video, like have the chance to actually put out a video every week, where before we were taking usually a weekend, a month, or on holidays we were taking that day off, because these are live, and if we're not home we can't do them. So we were able to put out videos when we weren't able to do a live stream as well, and that just becomes a lot more convenient. But the idea is, and we've kind of tossed this around, that we'll have, let's say, a review, then a ray trace, a review, and then a tech explained, and then a flashback, and then a live stream, and then repeat. And we'll kind of like, instead of doing the news for the week, it'll be more of the news for the month. It also, in slow times like this, it also allows us to just gather more for you guys, where it's really a slow time of year right now for news.
Yeah, the pre-planned videos are very nice because it also helps us to dabble in skills that we have need a little bit of work in, like editing. I'm trying to work a little bit more on that, so it gives me the opportunity to sit down and do a little bit of practice.
Yeah. And for example, let's say there is a big event going on in the gaming community and it deserves a live stream. We will still live stream. Like, let's say E3 next year lands on a day where a Tech Explained video is supposed to come up. We'll still do our live reactions, just like we did this year. That was a very popular video, and you guys really enjoyed it. So we're going to keep that stuff going. We're paying attention to what you guys like and what's being watched. So we're just trying to give you more of that and higher quality videos. So we do have them split into playlists as well. So if you go under a playlist section on the channel, you will be able to easily access each kind of video. We have the reviews, we have Tech Explained, we have Flashback, and we have our live streams. So it's going to be easy for you to sort through as well.
And with that being said, we're going to move now into what we've been playing for the past couple of weeks. Sean, do you want to start?
I've been playing some Tomb Raider over the past few weeks. I haven't been doing a lot of gaming. It is summer, so I'm trying to soak in that sunshine. But I have been playing some Tomb Raider, and it's been pretty good. I finished the first one, and I finished the second one, and I'm on to the third one. And the first two I really loved. This third one, it's not as good. Like, the first two were very story-driven, and I found that you had a lot of control, and you felt like you were in control even during the QuickTime events. But in the third one, they take the control away from you a lot, so I'm struggling with that one.
I've been playing a lot of Deus Ex. Finished up Human Revolution. Unfortunately, I had to play it around 3 times, but I got all the achievements on that one. Finished it up, played on hardest difficulty, everything. I went through that game thoroughly. Now I've moved my way on to Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which has been taking me a little bit of time. It's kind of the same situation with Sean. The newest entry, not the strongest, but still fairly good. I also finished up playing Life is Strange after like a year hiatus, which was nice. And that game I can't recommend more. It's awesome, very well told story, and it just hits you. I might have played Portal in between here and there, but I can't exactly remember. It's been a while. But yeah, that's my past couple of weeks of gaming.
Yeah, and like it was kind of interesting because for the longest time we were playing these co-op multiplayer games together, and we kind of just stopped and went to the story-based games. So that was a little bit different because, at least for me, I hadn't played a heavily story-driven game in probably a year. So taking a break from those multiplayer games, that was a little bit different.
See, when we started playing like Fortnite and other games like that, it felt like I was taking a break from my main, AAA story games, because the way I play Xbox is like I just dive into a game, do it in like a week, get to the next game, and I'm always just wrapping these games up while Sean might be playing something else, which he's been playing for like years. So it felt weird to drop everything, play Fortnite for so long.
For context, it takes me a few years to get something done in terms of playing a story-driven game. I got Tomb Raider way back when it came out, and I finally got to it. Like, that's how bad I am with games.
And in the meantime, I had beat it like 3 times and had always said, Sean, you got to play this. Sean, you got to play this. Yeah, I've got it. I'll play it eventually.
And then here I am playing it. Oh my god, dude, this is amazing. Like, have you played this thing?
Yeah, I've played it 3 times. But yeah, it just felt weird to drop everything, play those multiplayer games, but it feels good to kind of go back to a balance.
Yeah, it was very different playing that 2013 Tomb Raider game. And then I watched the movie as soon as I was done. And like, I'd seen the movie before and I did like it. But playing that game and then watching the movie, you do notice certain things about it, like characters that have the same name but are completely different. Like the 2 bad guys in that first game, completely different characters. I think it's Matthias or something like that.
Matthias.
And in the game, he's like a cult leader, and all that, who believes in like the supernatural.
He got stranded on the island because of the supernatural forces, right?
Yeah, and then in the movie, he's hired by Trinity to be there, and it's just a completely different character. So it is just kind of different.
That's the liberties of an adaptation, right? And I think Tomb Raider is one of the better, if not my favorite. Like, I haven't seen Detective Pikachu. Sean, you've seen it, but it's a toss-up for what the best video game movie is, and I personally believe it is the new Tomb Raider. It's most loyal to the source material, and you can really see the influences the game had when they were writing the movie. And it's not like it's forced. It's not like, oh, and there's this part. It's like throughout the whole movie, there's different things that you've done in the game that are in the movie.
Yeah, well, and in previous movie game adaptations or whatever, you do notice the game mechanics too. But in this one, like when I watched the movie when it came out, I saw it in theaters, and it didn't feel like, oh, that's only in here because it's a game mechanic. I didn't even notice. And then I'm watching the movie after I beat that first game, and there's a scene where she's running out of the tomb, and there's the rope pulley thing, and she grabs onto it to go up the tomb with the rope. And then I realized, I'm like, that's a game mechanic. Like, that's in the game, and it was just so subtle how they put it in the movie.
Yeah, I hope they make a second one, because at the end I got that kind of Indiana Jones vibe, which I really, really like. Just that adventure feel, like where they're going into something ancient, they're explaining it, and then it's kind of like unraveling like a whole mystery at the same time.
It's a perfect mix of myth and reality, right?
Yeah, and I love that, and I really hope that if they do go around to a second one, that they end up doing that. And I would like to see, kind of like with the old Tomb Raider games, I would like to see in the movie maybe a world where some dinosaurs maybe have survived or whatnot.
So we're going real old school here.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would love that if they, like, the next adventure brings them to like a lost world, but then they're like maybe like a Journey to the Center of the Earth kind of vibe,
See, if they follow the story of Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I know you haven't played, that one is just like full Indiana Jones feel the whole way through, and it's just so good. And that's what I want. Like, just keep following that storyline. Don't change the second one at all. Just keep it as the game is. Like,
but I think that it's also okay to, since they've adapted the first game very faithfully, I think it's okay, in my opinion, for them to go off and kind of make their own adventure. Like, it would be nice, Rise of the Tomb Raider to be adapted, right? But we've already seen that.
Yeah. So now that the character's established, go on and make your own stories, kind of thing.
Yes, that's what. Yeah. That would be awesome. I think that, especially if they bring in the same director, same maybe same writing group, but with, you know, some fresh voices in there too, it would be super awesome. Like the visuals of that movie were really good.
The another thing too, which I really had to appreciate in the game, is like it's iconic for Lara Croft to have the dual pistols, right?
Yeah.
But in the game, she has them for about what, like 30 seconds, just as that iconic pose kind of thing. But the games really went off.
In the movie, you mean?
Sorry?
In the movie.
Oh, she in the game too at the very end, when she beats Matthias, she has dual pistols at that point.
Oh, I never noticed.
Yeah, so it's very subtle, but they really go and make it her own. Like, to me, like in pre 2013, yeah, that's iconic. That's Lara Croft. But post 2013, it's bow and arrow, and it's the pickaxe, right? Like,
yeah, the climbing axe.
They really made her their own.
Yeah. And it's what I also find really nice. Sorry to stay on this subject for so long, but we have the Angelina Jolie movies, which are perfect for the original games, and then we have this new one, which is perfect for the new games. Like we have that balance, so I don't think we have to go back to the Angelina Jolie style movies. We could go off onto the new way, and that's awesome. And the old movies, still hold up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I watched them shortly. Well, not even before. Shortly before I saw the other one, I watched them a few years before the new one came out, and they're good still. Like, they're entertaining.
Yeah.
So, but moving on, it is going to be a shorter episode. There's not a whole lot of news coming out. And like, did you want to talk about your game at all, or do we want to just go into what's going on?
No, we can move on. Deus Ex, there's too much stuff to like. Too much to unravel, and I haven't even, you know, my thoughts aren't even all there for my opinion on the second game, because I haven't really figured out. Like, I guess I could say a few things. The second game is good, but there's just a weird feeling that when you're playing the first game, it has a really cool visual style, and then when you play the second game, there's still that world, you know, with like the augmented people, cybernetics and stuff. But something feels off, and I can't quite put my finger on it. And I think that's been rubbing me a little bit of the wrong way on this second game, and I don't know why. And I think I need to kind of think about it and before I talk about it. You know.
Fair enough. So, yeah, the point of today's live stream really was to update you on what's going on with the channel, because we know we haven't done a live stream in a while. But we're going to close it out how we always do. We have a little bit of news, I think, but we also are going to touch on what's coming out and what's free with gold. So, Austin, take it away.
Well, first, before we get to that, what's coming out this week and what's on Game Pass and whatnot, we do have information about the Gears of War tech test, which is going on. I think it's the multiplayer tech test. Gives you a chance to play the game's multiplayer, which has been very popular over the course of the series. From what I understand, it's very much the same thing as the past games. It's small updates, different game modes, but this will be going on from July 22nd. Or sorry, it started on July 19th, and it goes to the July 22nd, and
so
then they'll be doing, sorry?
So tomorrow.
So yeah, tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then it'll start again at July 26th at 10 a.m. and end on July 29th at 10 a.m. So it gives you a chance to try the game's multiplayer and make a decision on whether or not, you know, that's a selling point for you. And if you have Game Pass, when the game comes out in September, you will, you know, be able to download it and play.
Yeah, and like that is available on both Xbox and PC, I believe, correct?
Correct.
So that is pretty neat there. I noticed that right before we went live. So, all right. And then were you going to touch on that Avengers news at all, or not really?
Oh, yes. Okay, I could talk about that. I kind of slipped my mind. But Comic-Con is going on this weekend, and I think it might carry on for a couple more days here. But Crystal Dynamics has been working on the new Avengers game, which got officially announced in 2017. Gameplay kind of footage got, or not gameplay footage, pre-rendered cutscenes and some more information at E3 this year. And then now at Comic-Con, they're showing to the people attending, they're showing game footage, which has leaked through cell phone footage. And I've watched it. Sean, have you watched it?
I have not watched it. I've not really seen any of the Comic-Con stuff this week. So
okay, so I'll just touch on it for a little bit. I'm not going to show any footage because it is a leak, and I don't necessarily support that on our channel. But if you want, you could obviously look it up. It's all over the internet. They show off some of the gameplay. A lot of it looked like it was Thor gameplay, some Iron Man. But what it looks like is it's not going to be an open world game, from what I understand. Like a traditional, say Grand Theft Auto open world. It's going to be where you are brought into an area as your hero. You land. There's a, like it's kind of like if I were to compare it to something, it's like where, Sean, you know those games where you enter an area and it gets blocked off until you beat all the guys up and then you can move on?
kind of like Halo 5.
Yeah, kind of like a brawler in a way, like a story-driven brawler where Thor would land.
Like in Tomb Raider, where you have to like beat 100, like kill 100 dudes before you can move on.
Something like that, yeah. So in the footage, Thor lands onto the bridge. He fights a whole bunch of guys. Boom, you move on to the next people. Boom, you fight them. It looked very repetitive. The combos were the same. I was kind of shocked that they didn't, for the purpose of the gameplay footage for, even because, before the game's out, you can make your own, you could kind of pre-render some stuff, right? They didn't even try to make some variety in the combos. It seemed like the same combo over and over again. You play through the mission and then you go back to the main hub, which seems to be the helicarrier. So there's like a story mode and then there's like an online mode, and it really sounds like it's going to be micro transaction heavy. From what they're saying, I'm very skeptical about this game. I hope it's good, but it's just everything they're saying is about monetization, and it just seems like a game that should have came out in like 2008.
Yeah. Well, and if you're saying that it's like this brawler kind of game that looks repetitive, you're going to have to be relying on a heavy story-driven game to actually get you through that.
Yeah. I mean, check the footage out for yourself. Make your own opinion, but that's just what I saw. And I do hope it's a good game. It's just what they're showing or what I've seen hasn't been very promising. There will be skins for characters. So like there was pictures of different Hulk skins. So like Hulk with a beard, the Joe Fixit Hulk, which is the one in the suit. And then so when you're playing the story mode, there's a set amount, like a set character. So like Iron Man, Black Widow, Captain America, those ones that were shown off at E3. And then there's going to be an expanding roster that you can then take online and play cooperatively with your friends.
Okay. That could be cool depending on the microtransactions.
Yeah. There's something else. They are going to be showing this footage off to the public at Gamescom.
Okay. So I think that was our only real big news for the week, but let's get into the games that are coming out.
So for Game Pass this month, they're for consoles, Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, Resident Evil 4. For consoles and PC, Killer Instinct Definitive Edition and the Banner Saga #3. And for PC exclusive Game Pass games, there is Night Call and For the King. Those have all been added to Game Pass, or will be getting added to Game Pass. As for games coming up this week, so the week of July 24th, July 26th, we have a game called Pawarumi. It's a shoot 'em up, kind of like arcade style shooter with like a spaceship kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about, Sean?
Yeah, like the ones we used to play as a kid, where it's just like going across the screen kind of thing.
Yeah, like where you play as like a helicopter and you just shoot while the screen comes scrolling down towards you.
Yeah.
yeah, that kind of idea. Hoggy 2 comes out. Pararumi, July 24th. Hoggy 2, July 24th. Furwind, July 25th. Mighty Switch Force Collection, July 25th. Wolfenstein Youngblood, July 26th. And Tetsumo Party comes out on July 26th. The one that I'm most excited for out of all of these is definitely Wolfenstein Youngblood. I'm a huge fan of the newer Wolfenstein games that Machine Games has been making, and this one looks like it will give us an opportunity to play co-op, which is always a good thing in my opinion. Maybe I'll have to get my hands on it.
It is not a co-op only game though, right? Like,
no, you can play it single player, but it does give you the opportunity to play a story-driven Wolfenstein game in co-op.
Yeah, I know I do have that one on pre-order. I might check it out. I might not. We'll see. But it was a
promo. Do you have it for PC or for Xbox there?
I got it as a promo for PC when I got a graphics card. So.
Okay. Well, you got to let us know how it is.
Yeah, we'll see. It took me 6 years to get to Tomb Raider. So this should only take me 3. But
yeah, games for the week.
Sorry?
That's the games for the week.
Yeah. And then do we have any games with gold coming out or
no. I couldn't I didn't see anything on them. I could take a second look if you'd like.
It is winding down for the month too, to the point where there's only I think there's only 2 games left and only for a few days. I'll see if I can get it pulled up here.
There is, I think the sale is still going on. There was the Xbox Super Game Sale, which has a lot of good discounts if you're looking for new games.
Yeah, they said there's up to 75% off some games.
Yeah.
Okay, so our games with gold. We have Inside, that is available from July 1st till July 31st.
I have played that game. It's interesting. Since it's free, give it a try. But yeah, it's a kind of side-scrolling game with a very vague narrative that you kind of have to piece together through visuals. It's neat, but if you're not the person who likes artsy style games, it won't be for you.
We also have Big Crown Showdown, and that's available now until August 15th. So lots of time to get that one. And then this was kind of a surprise for me. We have Meet the Robinsons, which is available till July 31st. So those are our games with gold for this month. And then there are a ton of deals with gold as well. Up to 75% off yet again. So make sure to check those out. But yeah, so that's what's available. So,
and with that, I think that wraps up our show for the weekend.
I think so. So yet again, just to recap all the changes with our channel, we have 3 new series. We are still doing our live stream, which will now be moving to a monthly live stream in a cycle. So the idea is live stream 3 videos and live stream. And yeah, we're going to give it a shot. Make sure to leave your feedback on the videos. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, hit that dislike button if you don't like it. Follow us on Twitter. We have this Twitch thing still. We haven't been on there forever, but we still have it. Next live stream, there are going to be some major changes to the format of it because YouTube is getting rid of their
Hangouts feature.
Yeah, so we're going to be testing some things. We're probably going to be using Skype and OBS. So just a heads up, next month it is going to look different. We're going to try to keep it going as good as we can. So, and with that, I think that's it. So thanks, Austin, for joining today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Sean.
And I hope all you viewers enjoyed what we had today and enjoy the new content coming out. Make sure to like, subscribe, like I said, all that. And have a great rest of the weekend and keep gaming, gamers. Take care.